Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another short Quran moment. We're continuing with our journey with this ayah, Surah Al-Baqarah. And today we're going to just cap off on a bit of the ayah and the response of the believers. They say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم. As for those who believe, when they read about these examples that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives in the Quran, their response is فَيَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّهُ الْحَقِّ, that they know that it is the truth. And we talked about al-haq versus haq, and they are sure of this. But not only do they know that this is the truth, these examples, they specifically point out that it is مِن رَبِّهِمْ, it is from their Lord. They don't understand this to be true independently. They understand it to be true, and it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who is this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He is the one God, the creator of everything and the knower of everything, who makes no mistakes. So they're not just acknowledging that this is true, because that's not enough. They're saying it's true from, and it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, let's go on to the response of the disbelievers. In the ayat continues, it says وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فَيَقُولُونَ مَاذَا أَرَادَ اللَّهُ بِهَذَا مَثَلًا. وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ, as for, remember we met amma, and it's when we are trying to break something down and we're showing the different parts that make up something, called it at-tafsil. So here we had the first amma was فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. The people in their response to the Quran are divided into two groups: أَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those who believe, وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, and for those who don't believe. So let's look at it. وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, as for those who disbelieve, فَيَقُولُونَ, they say, ماذا, what, أراد, intend, Allah, what does Allah intend, بهذا, with this, مثلا, as an example. So when they hear about the fly, the mosquito, the spider, what do they intend by this thing as an example? So in order to just today is a slightly more grammatically based lesson. I just wanted to look at this interesting word that's occurring in the Quran here, ماذا. And ماذا is one of those words which actually is a composite of two words. Now if you look here, ماذا is translated as what. But if you want to see, there is actually a word that's common to هذا, ذلك, and ماذا. And if we look here, هذا is actually again a composite of two words, ha and ذا. And ذلك, هذا means this, and ذلك is translated as that, is a composite of ذا, the same ذا that's here, with ل, which is supposed to be a marker of something far away, and k. And ha, by the way, is to draw your attention. And if we look here, ماذا is a composite of ma and ذا. So this is where the scholars explain that ماذا can be used in three different ways. Okay, and this is one of the ways it can be used. One is just as a plain question. The second is that there is ma al-istifhamiyya. The ma is asking what, but there's an additional emphasis to this idea because you have almost got something in front of you or in your mind, and that is the ismul ishara. So when you say ماذا, it's not just what, it's what, as if there's something in front of you. So there is an example that they give that is quoted, and here's the example: ماذا التواني, ماذا التواني. Okay, when you read it all together, ماذا التواني, ماذا التواني. Tawanin is one of those words that ends in a double kasra and means delay. So if somebody's come late to your place, you would say ماذا التواني. You're almost saying, what is this delay? Why have you come so late? And that's where you're getting the emphasis. Another use of ماذا is when the ذا is almost used or understood to be الذي, which. So when you use, what is this word الذي? الذي or which are called relative pronouns in English, and they are used when you're talking about something and then you want to say a specific thing about that thing. It's almost as if you're more familiar with it. Okay, so this is the example that is given in the Quran here that we have in this ayah. ماذا أراد الله بهذا مثلا. Shaykh Tantawi explains that this is equivalent to saying ما الذي أراده الله بهذا المثل. So what about which is in this example does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intend. So in other words, the whole point they're trying to show and bring across is when the word ماذا is used, there is a degree of emphasis compared to just simply saying what. It's something what, and the person's mind is trying to go to something specific, or or emphasizing it, or simply asking the question what. Here the disbelievers are asking something specific. They're almost trying to get to what's really behind this example that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is quoting. So with that, we'll come to the end of today's lesson, and we'll carry on inshallah next time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to keep us increasing in knowledge and increase our good deeds, especially with the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah coming up. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept whatever we do in way of good. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.